Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we will dive into integrating Google Maps into a Flutter app, covering setup for both iOS and Android. I will walk you through the entire process and we will also take it a step further by adding a polyline to display the best route between 2 points on the map. So now let's get started. First of all, let me clean all these boilerplate code and create a stateless widget here called my app. And now here create a screen map screen dot file, and this will be a stateful widget map screen. Okay, now let's run this. So now there is no error in this app. So first of all, let me remove this debug banner. Great. Now we are going to use all these three packages in our project. So let's add all of these packages in our pubspec YAML file under dependencies here. And let me close this. First of all, you will have to get an API key. So create your API key here. And now let's move on. For the Android, we will have to set the minimum SDK to 21. So let's do that. Open the Android file app build.gradle, and as you can see here, minimum SDK version. Let, let me set it to 21. And now let me come back here. The second step is we'll have to add this in our Android manifest.xml file. So let me copy this in the source main Android manifest.xml file. Just paste it here and replace this with your Google API key. And for the iOS, we are going to make some changes in the app delegate.swift file. So let me come back here, close this Android folder and open this iOS folder in the runner. Import the Google Map package and add this line here. Again, replace this with your Google API key. Now let's add the map. Here we are going to use the Google Map widget, and as you can see here, we will have to set the initial camera position. For that, let me create a lang point. This will be current location. It will be that long. Now let's set the camera position. It will be the current location, and the zoom will be, let's say, 12 or 13 maybe. And let me refresh this. So let me close this and run this again. Now let me add a marker so we can see the exact location. So let me come back here, future, word, and let's say create marker. Actually, this will be set of marker, and again marker, and we will return the markers. Marker ID will be current and the position will be current location. Let me add the markers here and create mark. And if we will save this, as you can see here, it will show the exact location. Now we are going to get the current location of the device. For that, we are going to use this location package. First of all, we will need the permissions. So let me copy this and paste it in our manifest file. So on the top here, let me paste it here and close it. And for iOS, we will copy this and paste it in copy list. So come back here and the key, let me copy this here. Let me go with this here, paste it here. Now let me close this and come back here and create a location instance, location and location. Now let's create the get location function, and it will be future word get current location service enabled mission status mission granted, and the location data should. Now when we get the location permission, we will check for the location, and on change location we will listen and location data, current location, and we'll set state location to be, it will be a let line point, location latitude will be absolute, not yes, absolute, and longitude. Now let's create a function for move camera future word turning in position. Now first of all we are going to create a controller, Google Map controller. This will be G Map controller. Teacher on created will be Google Map controller. Now in here this will be sync function final Google Map controller Gmap controller dot future. Camera position, new camera position will be camera position, and this will be the position, and controller will be animated camera update dot new camera position will be new camera position. So we are going to use this here and pass this new location. So now let's change the location here. Let's say Mumbai and set the location. So we will be, when we refresh this, we will be able to see the changes. Okay, now we are not going to see any changes because we are not calling this function anywhere. First of all, let me come back here and get this init state and all the get the current location function here. Dali filter. Set the location to Lal Kile. Let me refresh this. I think there is some problem in this GPS. Let me show you one thing. This is the route between Khan Market and Jama Masjid. When I play this, you able to see the movement. Let me set it to 14 and here 14 as well. 14 as well. So now as you can see, as the pointer moved, our camera adjusted with it. As we are done with this, let me get two more points like this. One will be the source location and other will be destination location. Now let me create the marker for all of these. So let's copy and paste this. This will be source location and this will be destination location. And let me refresh it. So as you can see, we have three location here. Okay, let me set this to 12 so we can see zoom level to 12 so we can see all the points on the map. Okay, so here we can see. Now let's create the polyline points. For that we are going to use this package. So let me come back here. Now let's create the function to get the polyline points. Feature, this will be type that line get polyline points and this will be the list of net length. Let's name it coordinates. Now first of all, let me create a string Google API key and paste your API key here. Now the request will be polyline request here. This will be poly point lat length and this first of all source location dot latitude and this will be source location dot longitude. Same here, point lat length destination location dot latitude. and the traveling mode will be driving. So now let's check if the result dot points is not empty. Then we are going to and start for each point that length the point, and this we coordinates dot average net length and the and dot latitude, and this will be point dot longitude, and then return the coordinates here. Now let's come back here and say if we are can call the get polygon points and then coordinates. Let me simply print it here, the coordinates, and see if we are getting any. So now come back here. Let me refresh this. So as you can see here, we are getting the list of lengths. Now, first of all, let me change the icon color. Icon color for the source and destination. Bit for in green, and let me copy this and paste it here. Make it blue. So now as you can see, it looks good. So back here, polyline ID and polyline line and polylines set polyline dot of polylines dot values. Now here you will create the function to create the polyline. Polylines will be void create polyline. It will be list of net length coordinates poly this will be polyline id is equal to polyline id say polyline will be polyline, polyline, polyline ID will be ID and columns will be red and points will be link coordinates and let's say width will be 4. And here we will set the state polylines ID to polyline. And now we will call this here instead of printing it. Now we will call this polyline, create polyline function here, pass the coordinates, and when we refresh, we should get the polyline. So now, as you can see here, we are getting the polyline perfectly here, as you can see. Let me zoom out a little bit. Now let's also test this on iOS device. So let me close this first. And run the iOS simulator here. Now let's run this app. So as we are facing this problem here, the build increase your average neuron target to at least 14. So let's set it to 14. We are going to come here and in the pod file, let's set it to 14 and try it again. It should work absolutely fine this time. So now as you can see, this is working without any problem on the iOS device. So that's it for today, and I will provide all of the packages link and the GitHub repository link for this source code in the description. And thank you for watching. Bye.